Hello friends, this is the Cryptonian taking a look at Luna one more time for my viewer CMS. And the reason why I'm redoing this video is because the previous video, when I reviewed the 4 coins that he requested, the video was very long, and not only that, but I was very tired, and I don't think I analyzed it quite appropriately like I could have, and I'd like to do this again in a different way, a little simpler way, and there's a couple of reasons for that. So, number one, using traditional methods of Elliott waves and things like that works. That's fine. But when you talk about a new asset such as Luna, Luna has grown exponentially and has really exploded recently. And so, the Elliott waves and things like that, those movements are kind of skewed. So what I've done is I've used the Gaussian channel, and sometimes you see this with Bitcoin. They use the Gaussian channel sometimes as well, because Bitcoin has a tendency um, to it's very volatile. It has explosive moves, and it really makes it difficult to use traditional analysis. And so that's pretty much what I'm doing here with Luna. I'm using the Gaussian channel. A Gaussian channel basically um, is a mathematical statistical distribution of data set, right? So basically what that means is these prices excuse me, fall into a data set, fall into a standard, a mathematical model of price action. And so that's what I'm using. And in this model, you can see that the model here is the band, right? I'm using a Gaussian channel, and this pretty much standardizes the price action because the price action is so volatile. Now you can see that this Luna has not been on the market for very long, so there's limited data history. But what I've done is I've taken measurements from when it came out of the Gaussian channel, it rose up to a peak, and then it went down past the Gaussian channel, corrected. Okay, and I've taken that measurement, and what I've done is I've used that. Basically, it's three data set points. One here, the peak, and then a third, which is going to be the pivot point on the pullback, on the correction. Those three data points show Fibonacci extension price point, and that was actually pretty accurate. What you can see here is so far this impulsive move up, this trend line up, and then its correction predicted where we are now. Okay, that prediction was pretty accurate so far, and you can see here this Fibonacci 4.2 is where the price point has hit just recently. Okay, this is the high here. Now you can see that we are in, hold on, excuse me, let me go ahead and remove this line. Sometimes they don't want to delete the first time. There we go. So that being said, what I've done is I've used the same type of information to measure this move from here to where we are, to the last high, where we are now. Then what I've had to do is, because we haven't taken a correction yet, I've had to use just a basic standard 60% correction in the formula, and then that allows me to forecast a price point in the future after Bitcoin corrects. If Bitcoin does correct, then we could still see that price point. Because remember the first data, the first peak, the first impulse that I used also had a dump. This was actually 82%, by the way. So I took the liberties to just go ahead and figure in a correction first so I could get my price point up here. Okay? So now that's the macro view, and that's, pretty much this will give us the price point of the blow off top in the future towards the end of the year if Bitcoin, goes into a euphoric parabolic rise and we have a blow off top this year. Okay? So that's how I arrived at that. Okay? The second price point that I'm going to give you is because we are in this channel. See, we went into this channel, and the reason for this is because Luna is in great demand right now. Crypto is a very, very fast-paced developing sector, industry and technology. And right now, we're, they're you can see where they're doing coin burning, right? So back here, they were not burning coins. So then we had the real big dump, right? It went really, really high, came really, really low, or not really, really low, but I mean it was a 82% dump. Okay, so that was pretty savage. Then we went into this channel, and this recently is when we started burning the coins, or they started burning the coins. And you can see that restricting the supply with increasing demand has created this steady upward channel of price appreciation, right? So that being said, short term, I'm expecting us to push back up from here to the top of this resistance channel that we have established from previous price action before. Okay, so in the short term, and short means a month, 2 months, something like that, depending on Bitcoin. This is based on if Bitcoin does not crash. Okay, so this gives us a price point of about $130 right here, the upper part of this channel. Okay, that's if the price carries on as if business as usual continues for Luna. Okay, now if there's a dump, then the price would then the price probably would come down at or below the 200 daily moving average, and you'd probably see about 60%, maybe less, not really sure. But factoring in a 60% dump gives us a recovery price point in the next series of impulses up of 454. Okay. Now, how the way I got that number again is I measured from this point where the price in the past left the Gaussian channel, made a high, and it corrected down to a pivot point here. Okay, I took that measurement and I used that measurement and I applied it to the price as it left the Gaussian channel to our latest high, okay, all-time high, and then I had to factor in, again, like I said, a 60% correction. Even with that 60% correction, that gives us the next price point. If it repeats the same type of intensity, the same type of purchasing intensity, and if it continues to burn coins, it probably could, then it will rise and it will break through this channel and bring us into a Fibonacci 2.61 is $282. But if it reaches the 4.2 like it did before, then it's going to be 448. So now these type of explosive results don't always repeat themselves, especially when you become a large cap and there's more money involved and it's a bigger asset. So if we don't reach that, we could reach the 2.61, which is 275, 275 to 290, something like that, in that area. Okay, so that is those are the two scenarios, right? One including a dump from Bitcoin, and then reaching another impulse higher, or one just no dump, just business as usual, testing the you know the short-term target of the upper resistance line of 130 where it has been before. So there you go, friends. I hope this makes sense. I hope it's a little bit easier to understand. I know the chart is different, and I know that I've taken a different approach, and that's because of the high volatility, the exponential growth of the sector of this project, and the coin burning. It's really changed the dynamics of price action. So I've used this method with the Gaussian channel and statistic analysis of the price and how it will excuse me, how it shows the mathematical distribution of prices over time. And so I just want to make sure that using that would remove the volatility from the equation, especially in this channel here, right? So there you have it, friends. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for watching. Appreciate it. CMS, I hope this answers your question. And so short-term 130, long-term blow-off bull run anywhere from 280 to quite possibly 450, something like that, 430, 450, 4, something like that. Thank you for watching. Please click like. Any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video.